What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. It's episode number 61 and it's the season finale coming on the back of the greatest episode of the save. Let's be honest here, the win over Leipzig to put us into the Champions League final. We'll have that today as we take on Paris Saint-Germain, going for Swansea's first ever European honour and what would be a treble, because we know the Premier League has been wrapped up alongside the Carabao Cup, and now all we're trying to do with 2 games to go is get Scott Clark to 20 clean sheets. Obviously it's not a record, but I'd love to do it, as he could join an elite group of goalkeepers that have got 20 or more clean sheets in a single Premier League season. So 3 games remaining, let's play them all. Our first game today is against Brighton at home, as we try and get Clark to 20 clean sheets. Come on, you Swans. So for those that missed the last episode, I highly recommend you go back and watch it. Okay, you know what's happened. We're through to the CL final, we're Premier League champions, but it was just an unbelievable episode, man. I mean, the goals were incredible. I scored what I think was the best goal I've scored in the entirety of FC 24 as well. Spoilers, but it was my first free kick goal of the save too. Vasquez scored with a part of his body, which... I mean, it was an amazing game. I highly recommend you go back and watch it. But Brandon with the opener, though, Swansea in front early, as we look to extend our winning run to what I think would be 6 in all competitions. Really, really nice run here from the Swans as well. Turn. Oh wow. Oh, what a goal. I think every single player has touched the ball in that build-up there. Right from kickoff in the second half, we scored through Jordan Boers. I think it's his second goal of the season. I think Bangura might be the only player that didn't touch that. I think 10 Swansea players touched the ball in a long passing build-up that resulted in a goal. What a wonderful, wonderful team goal that is. It's the final 15 minutes now, still 2-0 up. There's... Oh, no, don't let it go. No, you saw the blunder. Oh, no. Charlie Creswell, you former Swansea defender. God damn it, it had to be, of all the Brighton players, it had to be the one that I sold them. Great save by Clark. Yusuf off the line, and it comes straight back to him. It's bad enough conceding from 1 rebound, even worse when it's 2. Oh, gutting. So Scott still hasn't got there yet. Ironically, he kept a clean sheet in midweek against Leipzig, but it doesn't count for Premier League clean sheets, of course. Oh, gutting. Absolutely gutting, mate. Well, we'll see out the win, which had extended to 6 in a row in all competitions, but it's not the win I wanted, it's the clean sheet with Charlie Creswell. Ex-Swan ruins for us at the death. Scott still stuck on 19, needs one on the final day to get there, but the Swans win again. Right, final game of the season, and quite an anticlimactic final day in the Premier League as well, where of course we've been crowned champions. Manchester United could drop out of the top 4, but all they need is a point, which I expect them to get. And the bottom 3 as well, Sheffield United could leapfrog Bournemouth, but they need to win. And if they do, the Cherries will need to match their result. Individually though, we know Clark needs 1 clean sheet to get to 20, so he'll start today. Ferguson is 3 clear of Rasmus, so 1 goal on the final day will surely see him win the Golden Boot. That's why he'll start as well, and he's also leading the way for the assist title as well. Final day, Arsenal away in North London. Come on, you Swans. I had to think, not long ago Arsenal were our closest threat for the title, and now guaranteed to finish either 6th or 5th, which is pretty strange when you think about it. But then again, it just shows you the overpoweredness of form. We also talk about that a lot as Nusri also starts today due to a suspension for the CL final. We talk about it a lot, like form is just that overpowered. Arsenal at one stage, yeah, you would have thought they're going to push us all the way. Instead, finishing over 20 points behind now, guaranteed, due to a catastrophic run that I think all started with a loss to Manchester City. Proof right there that once again, form is just, it should be in the game, but it's just far too OP. Clark does get to 20, by the way. The other goalkeepers that have got there, if we include Carl from last season as well, is Carl, Petr Cech, Pepe Reina, Edison and Alisson. It's not bad company to be in as a goalkeeper, is it? as Boz back heels to Ferguson, who'll get the opening goal and make it one. I might be missing someone off that list, but I think that's it. Cech, Alisson, Ederson, Van der Sar, Reina, and obviously Carl from last season, if you continue on with the save as well. But there's Ferguson's 25th of the year, though, and that should surely cement the golden boot now. So into stoppage time, I'll give it back to Scott Clark so he can celebrate as he gets to the... don't back it in. As he gets to the 20 plus, and you can see what it means to Clark as well. He joins the club. The illustrious group of goalkeepers with 20 or more clean sheets in a Premier League season. I thought Jens Lehmann might have had it in the 2004 season. No, he had 15. Very interesting. Just looked it up. Even so, Scott Clark joins the club, and that's all we wanted, really. The win is secondary to getting Clark to 20 clean sheets for the season as well. I told you I'm a stats nerd, man. I'm obsessed with it. And so, on the conclusion of the game, we'll see the final Premier League table where, in the end, wow, how about that? I did say that Manchester United shouldn't drop out of fourth, and in the end we did. We were champions, by the way, 19 clear of Man City, and in the end ran away with it after a 15-game unbeaten right at the end of the season. Scoring 75, league's highest scorers, never thought I'd say that, and only 23 goals conceded all year long. But the top four in the end, though, Man City, Liverpool, and again, Manchester United lost away at Molineux 2-1, which meant Chelsea's win in North London against Spurs sort of leapfrogged them and goes to Champions League. Wow, talk about a collapse on the final day from Ten Hag's side. Arsenal in 6th and Brighton in 7th, though of course we already knew that was going to be the case as Newcastle, Aston Villa and West Ham were at the top 10, with Spurs having an abysmal season, finishing in 14th place in the end, and the bottom three were indeed Bournemouth, Forest and Brentford as well. Sheffield United pulling it out of the bag on the final day. So 2 movers on the final day for European qualification and for who goes down and who stays up. So with Bournemouth going down, you best believe that Miranda, who was 12th in scoring this year, the Cristiano Ronaldo region with 14 goals and 31, is definitely coming to us. Andoni, has he got a relegation release clause? Because it makes no difference to me, I'm bringing him in. Ferguson did win the golden boot though, 4 clear of Hodgland with a goal on the final day as well. And we also saw Connick getting there with 12 in 24, averaging 1 in every 2. He also won the assist title as well with 14 in 31 as well. So nice to see the Swansea 1, 2, 3, 4. I love seeing a 1, 2, 3. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd love to see that Noosa getting in there on the final day, I believe. And there we go, Clark with 20 clean sheets joining an illustrious group of elite Premier League goalkeepers with 20 or more in a single season. The Premier League Player of the Season did not go to Evan Ferguson, despite being the top scorer and having more assists than anyone else. It went to Hodgland. Ridiculous. Come on. Like, seriously, I know he had a good season for them, but it clearly should have been Ferguson. If he's not in the team of the tournament, I'll be absolutely fuming. We had the best goal scoring and defensive record, and yet I don't see a Swansea player on the billboard, and we had no one make it. Are you having a laugh? How is that right? In what world? I don't understand. Clark did win the goalkeeper of the tournament, yet he somehow didn't make the team of the season. How is that possible? Oh, we've been completely snubbed here. This is ridiculous. As for the other competitions, I'll do this before the Champions League final. Obviously, you know, we won the Carabao Cup, our 2nd of the save and 3rd in club history by thrashing Chelsea in the final. As for the FA Cup that's been played, though, Man City beat Brighton 4-1. Of course, we were knocked out by Bournemouth in the quarters, and in the end, Man City beat the Zerbi side to win yet another major domestic honour. And as for the European competitions, well, as for the Conference League, in the end, that was won by Celta Vigo beating Basel on spot kicks, as Benitez delivers on a European trophy. And as for the Europa League, well, quite a few English teams and British teams, I should say, going quite far, with Celtic actually going all the way to the semi-finals, but in the end knocked out by Bayern Munich, who lost to Arsenal in the final, winning their first ever Europa League. So this is it, final game of the season, as the winners of Ligue 1 and the Premier League go head-to-head at Old Trafford in the Champions League final, as we chase our first ever European honour and a historic treble to cap off a memorable campaign. Heading into the game, obviously Connick is still down through injury and will miss the final, as will Antonio Noosa after his red card in the semi. But for PSG, a star-studded lineup, I called them the favourites to win this, and looking at the two teams, I stand by that as well. They've got Gigi in goal in a 4-3-3 with Mazraoui, Konate, Cadlec, a regen, not sure who of there, and Alejandro Balde, who is now 89 overall, left back. The midfield trio is another regen of Marine, Pablo Barrios, now 86 overall, Bernardo Silva, their vet, at 84 rated. And the front three, Xavi Simons, 89 overall. He was amazing on my last career with Luton and Milan. Kylian Mbappe, now 94 overall, joint highest rated player in the game. And Ismail Garbi on that left-hand side as well. PSG, Swansea City, Champions League final at Old Trafford in a blockbuster CL final. Come on, you Swans. Obviously, sometimes when the occasion is so great and the teams are so good, it kind of cancels itself out and it ends up being a bit of a drab game. 18 minutes in, nothing to report as of yet. It's looking like it might be that way. But when there are so many superstars out there, you just expect at some point one of those elite players is going to do something special to separate the sides and break a deadlock. So far, it's Dedic plays about to Hjulmand. Yet to see that. Wow, this is scrappy. This is unexpected. Easy. Watch the free ball. There it is. Oh. This guy lives for finals. Okay, I'm not panicking. Plenty of time. I've had no chances at all, yeah. Those games where you just haven't got going. And you think, yeah, at some point. And then before you know it, it's like the 75th minute. That's kind of... Yes! How I saw this going until then. First chance for either side results in a goal for either side. Mbappe versus Ferguson, one apiece. Wow. Goal apiece, but not a great final so far. One chance for either side, both resulting in a goal. But that was tense. That was nervy. I could see this finishing this way and going to pens. If there is going to be another goal, I think whoever gets it wins it. This is so tight. God, this is nervy. This is tense. I don't like this. I really don't. Oh, man. Oh, what a ball. No. Silva. Clark with the save. Didn't really get hold of it, to be fair to that. Not the best of attempts, and it's a reasonably simple save. It's cut out, and PSG will clear. Still 1-1, chance fluffed through the most senior player on the pitch. PSG now starting to grow in confidence a little bit. Mbappe tries to get around Hjulmand, offloads it into the middle. There's Gomez to cut it out. I tell you what, there's always like one player in my team that never gets the credit and is severely underrated. João Gomez is a DLP, is unbelievable this year. If you're not trying, then give him a go. Okay, Saliba, I'd rather you get back in a position if you don't mind, mate. I appreciate you coming forward for the build-up, but I'd prefer you next to Pacho. Oh, what a save. I think it was going off target, but Keys wasn't to know that. Big stop. Still 1-1. Tattoo. Ferguson. Kanuna has saved again. Two big saves, but AK wins a corner, which will take with Tattoo. Donnarumma getting more, but there's still 13 minutes to go. Ferguson! Come on! Get in! Pressure paying off. What's that saying? We know if you don't succeed, try again. 2 to go. Last chance. I see Kylian in the middle. Pacho blocks it, and that's going to drop behind for a corner. Oh my goodness, I can't take this, man. I cannot take this. Bringing on Boubacar for Brennan on that left-hand side, but... Oh my goodness. Oh, God. I need to concentrate, guys. Hold on. No. I can't. Dude, you gotta win that. Yes. Ref, please. No, not Mbappe. Clip it. Oh my goodness. Is that it? No, he's got another corner. Where are these extra minutes come from? Where are these extra minutes come from? This is Qatar 2022. Where are these minutes come from? Scott, yes! Come on! Get in! Ah. For all the goals we've conceded, like 4 or 5 minutes in a stoppage time, when only like one's been allocated, I genuinely thought it was going to happen again. We grind it out, we cling on, and Swansea have done it. Champions League winners, treble winners, save over. That was not a great final, despite there being 3 goals and a really nervy finish. It was just really, really tense, best way of putting it. But in the end, the Swans come from behind to win it at Old Trafford and wrap up a historic treble. And whilst it wasn't the traditional treble, FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, it is still a treble with the League Cup substituting for the FA Cup. And whilst I'd love to go for the three-peat of Premier League titles, I'd love to try and win the CL back-to-back. I'm more than happy ending it there, man. What an ending. What thrilling. I thought we were going to blow it right to death there. And what a fantastic season and what a fantastic save. Swansea City, Champions League winners, European winners for the first time ever. And again, a historic treble is how we'll close out the season and close out the save. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, but proof right there, man. Even if you get off to a slow start, you know, half an hour in, we were a goal down. I'd, stumbled out of the blocks. There's always time to turn the tide. There's always time to change your fortunes, man. If you've made bad starts, if you've made bad beginnings, you've got so much time to sort it out. Never capitulate. Never throw in the towel. Never get too down. Just back yourself, man. Back yourself to put it right. And what's that old saying? Don't talk about it, be about it. Get in. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing, man. It's as if the trophies just piled up outside your dressing room. The Carabao Cup, the Premier League, now Champions League. Yes, indeed, Mr. Interviewer or Mrs. Interviewer. Third of the season. Treble. I think, is that my first treble of FC24? Did we win one with Luton? I don't think we did we? We might have done, but I don't think we did. But even so, it's done. Champions League winners. It's in the cabinet. And what an ending to the save. What a fantastic way to finish the project. And so to end the save, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the other leagues around the world and in the Football League as well, where Palace were champions this year, 109 points, Leicester second, and the playoffs being Everton, Watford, Southampton, and Coventry City in the second tier of English football. League One saw the Millers and Pompey go up automatically, with Peterborough, Derby, Leyton Orient and Lincoln City making the playoffs in the third tier. And as for League Two, the top 3, Colchester, Exeter City and Cambridge United, and the playoffs being Stockport County, Forest Green Rovers, Wrexham and Crewe Alexandra in League Two. Obviously we knew that in Ligue 1 PSG had won the championship. They didn't win the Champions League, unlucky lads, as Lille, Lens and Stade Rennais were up to the top 4 with Marseille in 5th there, and Lyon in 6th. Didn't Lyon get relegated last season? This is why I often say take the league tables with a pinch of salt in career mode, because obviously, isn't it? Hang on, isn't it like the Bundesliga, or it's a relegation playoff? It might have been a relegation playoff. Is that right for Ligue 1? I think that's right. I think it's a relegation playoff, is it not? So they must have just survived then. Bundesliga, though, Dortmund crowned champions, reinvesting that Charlie Connick money, clearly. 6 clear of Bayern, with Hoffenheim in 3rd and Leverkusen in 4th in the German top tier. As for the Serie A this year, that was won by Napoli. I swear, it's different winner every single year. That's why I love the Serie A. It's always so changeable. Napoli winners, Milan 2nd into 3rd, Roma 4th, Juve in 5th, and Lazio in 6th this season. The Eredivisie saw Ajax champions, with PSV in 2nd. second and final, and AZ Alkmaar were the third and fourth place teams. And as for the Liga Portugal, Benfica champions with Sporting second and Porto in third. And as for La Liga as well, no, Scottish Premier League first. It's always a Celtic or Rangers Celtic 1-2. No surprises here. Rangers champions, undefeated this year as well. And as for La Liga, in the end it was Atletico champions. Wow, 18 clear of Real Madrid and 19 clear of Barca, with Villarreal in fourth. And what a season for Celta Vigo, winning the Conference League and finishing in fifth place as well. Benitez working the magic there. I'll do a couple more whilst we're here. Basel winning the Swiss Super League this year. The Turkish Super League belonging to Başakşehir. It's normally either Fenerbahce, Besiktas or Galatasaray in my size, but Başakşehir champions this year. And as for the MLS, that was one, well, not one, but right now, LAFC are the team that jumped out to the lead between the combined Western and Eastern conferences in the MLS this season. And so to end the save, what we'll do is take one final look at the Swansea team, go through the individual attributes and stats of the key players as well, in what was an amazing team to finish up with as well, featuring 4 90 rated players, and Charlie Carnick, Tatu Oliver, Evan Ferguson and also William Saliba as well. I'm sure if we played one more year, Clark and Moreira and Noosa probably would have joined as well, as we built an incredible team over the 7 years with Swansea. A far cry from the team that required penalty shootout to send us to the Premier League back in Season 1. A far cry from the team who in Season 2 set the record for most draws in a Premier League season. An elite 5-star Swansea team with so much depth, so many great youth players coming through. And I have to say, what a side, honestly. What an absolutely amazing side. And I love how many fantastic youth players we had as well. You know, obviously the rifle may not have become what we wanted, but Scott Clark, I mean, coming in this season, 20 clean sheets in the league, 4 rating growth up to 89 overall. Like I said, he'd definitely hit 90 for next season for sure, and possibly could get this guy to the mid-90s, only being 23 years old. The loan spells at Molineux did him great work there, and he did a fantastic goalkeeper. Just a 1 year of us though, of course, after his loan spells at Molineux. Boz, 83 overall, became our backup left-back this year, but even so, excellent Aussie coming in Season 2. Moreira, like I said, I believed I would get this guy to 90, even though he's got holds on his attributes for this season. I believe from next season onwards, he'll grow at least 1 rating next year, and maybe 1 the following year. It would only take him 2 or 3 years to get 90, I would say, at 23 years old. But what an amazing dual-sided fullback he was, as Joe Rodden stayed of us all the ways into returning. You love to see that, as the club captain lifted yet more honours this season. Saliba made an amazing difference to our team this year, coming in the summer and growing to 90 overall. Our first 90 rated player to save as well. No goals this season, but he did get an assist and 26 clean sheets in 51 games. No doubt about it. When William was in the team, we always felt confident we'd shut a team out, and averaging over 1 clean sheet in every 2 games speaks for itself. Nathan Wood, he and Rushworth, the only 2 OGs to remain since the very beginning. And of course, Carl was on loan and we brought him back permanently in Season 2. Nathan Wood has been here since the very beginning as an official Swansea player, stayed all the way even though he barely played, and whilst Pacho requested a transfer earlier this season. Even so, 3 good years with the Swans for William Pacho. Was it 2? Did he come in last year? I think it was last year actually. 2 years with Swansea. What a different teammate to our team as well. Flamingo, one of my favourite players of the team. You know those fan favourites. Ryan Flamingo was one of my all-time favourites. Never forget when we bought this guy in, he was on the free transfer list without a club for 6 months and a DM. We took a gamble. I saw this guy as a CB. Well, talk about taking your chance and having it pay off. Yeah, converted him to CB. He grew to 83 overall and a key member of our squad. Love the guy to pieces. Disappointing, I never get to develop the Greek CB wonder kid duo of Papa out on loan at Hull and Samaras, who came back for this year as well. Samaras played a few games for us, to be fair, this season, particularly the sort of garbage time games towards the end of the campaign where we'd already won the title. But even so, disappointing I never get to develop him fully, but what could have been there, I guess we'll never know. Same with Garrido, who's out on loan in Argentina right now, up to 76 overall. Yusuf, though, another one of those fan favourites, came in on a free transfer back in Season 3. I think it was, and whilst he had minute restrictions for the past 2 years, He was the Iron Man. In the first 2 years, he played every single Premier League game, and in the following year, played every single game apart from one. He was Mr. Iron Man, so that bicep flex is definitely justifiable for this geezer. He never missed a game, Mr. Consistent, we love him. Converted to right back this year as our backup for Dedic, but he'll always be a fan favourite here. And speaking of Dedic, I gave this guy the armband and I don't regret it one bit, man. This guy was Mr. Consistent. He literally never put a foot wrong. Absolutely love him. Dual-sided fullback. Brought him in. And if you remember when we signed him, we paid the release clause to bring him in, which was like 53 mil. That was well over market valuation. And I said before, I don't know how it was so low, because this guy to me is worth at least 80 million. Dual-sided fullback, absolutely elite on both ends of the pitch. Got a goal, 3 assists, and averaged 1 clean sheet in every 2 games. What an absolute unit. And played every single one of our Champions League games. And got a goal and an assist as well. Love the guy to pieces. Amir Davis growing nicely out on loan. Shame we never get to develop him fully as one of our good young Welsh talents at the academy alongside Connick and Clark. But even so, it was nice to see him grow on his various loan spells. Even a Paddy grew a rating coming in this year as a squad DM. James Garner came in midway through last season and also grew a rating this year as well, though we didn't use him much. But Hjulmand, when you talk about Iron Men, no one played more games than Morten Hjulmand, I think, this season for us. Is that right? Oh, equal with Scott Clark. But as an outfield player, no one played more games than Morten Hjulmand. Brought this guy in from Sporting. And I often talk about the signing of the save. You know, who's the best signing of the save? Who's been the best bargain of the save? I mean, this guy's got to be up there as a candidate for both, right? What do we pay Sporting Lisbon for this guy? 25 million? 88 overall now, and whilst yes he's 30, his stats are elite. We played him CB in the first year and then moving to his more natural DM, but this guy played all of our Champions League games. Sorry, yeah, Dedic missed 1 CL game. He played all of our Champions League games and got a goal as well. What a baller, what a unit as well. João Gomez, the underrated player of the team, I would say. I think I mentioned it in the CL final, but this guy's a DLP, absolutely elite. If you've not used him yet this season, guys, give him a go. His passing feels like it's higher than it is, and I think the reason why it's not being higher is because I've had him on the ball-winning midfielder development plan, which means that the passing stats don't grow. But this guy feels like he's got 90 passing. Like, he never misplaces a pass. He's got 89 vision, and a defensive stats are elite with 89 stamina. If you're looking for a DLP in this year's career mode, guys, João Gomez is one of the best I've used. He's amazing. Nusa, great signing coming in from Brighton. Scored 10 goals this year in 40 games, whilst you might have missed might have missed the Champions League final, sorry. 15 assists as well, 9 of which coming in the Premier League, and 4 in 6 in the Champions League too. What a signing he was, man. Antonio Nusa. He always seemed to turn it up in the big games as well, so thankfully didn't miss him in the CL final. He's just an absolute baller, mate. What a star. Tyler Johnson, shame we never get to develop the American, but he had a good goal-to-game ratio out on loan at Luton this year, averaging 1 in every 4 with 5 in 20. Levitt just brought in as a squad player. We don't see much growth there on Traore or Seka. Healy grew 4 ratings with the Championship winners Palace this year. But there he is, AK. We've been waiting for him. Gutted that he never became the player he should have been. But I don't think you can blame me for that. It's all on EA. They took away his potential, like the Monstars took away the talent of the best players in the NBA in Space Jam. The Rifle, with us since the first season, scored iconic goals, scored the winner in that Champions League last 16 shootout to Roma. What a player. And the fact he only got to 83 overall, it is such a shame. He should be right now, 88, 89, or possibly even 90. The guy was absolutely elite, and whilst this year, after bringing back Connick, we turned him into a 6-man, the guy embraced his role as leader of the bench unit, scoring 3 goals in 4 games on our way to winning the Carabao Cup, scoring 3 goals and getting 2 assists on our way to winning the Champions League, and getting 3 goals and an assist on our way to winning the Premier League. He embraced his role as leader of the backup brigade, and AK-47, the Rifle, may never become the elite 90-plus rated Docks youth player we often see. He'll always have a special place in our hearts. We love you, the Rifle. We love you, AK-47. We'll always be grateful. Brennan up 2 at Rangers right now. Bangura grew 2, obviously coming back last season. I still feel as though this guy could end up hitting the high 80s, still growing nicely, despite the fact he's more of a bench player in this team. Of course, as Bamba also grew 2 ratings out on loan with Brentford this season as well, looking really talented throughout the academy. Brendan Johnson obviously came in on deadline day to add some depth to the squad, but in the end became a really decent squad player for us as well, scoring 2 in the Premier League, getting a goal in the Champions League, lest we forget, away in Rome, and 1 in the FA Cup as well. But Charlie Connick, what a buyback that was from Dortmund. He wanted to leave, we sold him to Dortmund, we included a buyback clause of 150 mil. Eyebrows raised when we bought him back after just 6 months. I think it's safe to say we got the return on investment. 12 goals in 24, averaging 1 in every 2 in the Premier League. Second in assists this year, only behind his teammate Evan Ferguson with 13 as well. Unfortunately, the broken toe ended his run towards the end of the season, which I'm sure would have seen him get a few more goals and a few more assists, but 90 overall. The only youth player to hit 90 in the side, though Clark would have joined him. Now, it's one of 2 youth players, the first youth player to hit 90, alongside Tattoo Oliver. 51 games, 10 goals, 18 assists, more of a creator than a goal scorer. But 90 overall, 23 years old, and whilst he's got holds on his attributes, I still believe he'd get even better. We bought this guy back from his loan spell back in Season 2 or Season 3, I think it was Season 3, from Deportivo Alaves, where he'd grown to like 82 overall, and he just never looked back. Once he came back, he took the number 9 jersey, and he remained in our first 11 as one of our most important pieces. I always thought he could have got me more, but to be fair, as more of a creator than a goal scorer, you're not going to say no to 28 direct contributions to goals in 51 games. Up 2 to 90 overall, and in the end, the better fin of the 2. But of course, still, we love the rifle just as much. Mendoza played a lot of games from the bench this season. Didn't grow at all. Osorio grew 2. He had a good run to the end of the season, to be fair, scoring 2 goals and getting an assist in 4 Premier League games as well. Whilst I'm equally gutted I don't get to develop the new Wilfried Bony, like the Greek CB duo, Yunusa Traore was going to come back for next season and possibly fight to be Evan Ferguson's replacement. He's grown brilliantly out on loan in the Bundesliga there, to 83 overall. Brandon Vasquez brought in as a different option for the bench. 4 goals in 16 and 6 in 23. Scored in the Carabao Cup final this year as well, up to 80 overall. The senior of the team now at 31 years old, but a good different option. And what a signing he proved to be as well. We brought him in from an Argentine club, and in the end proved to be a pretty decent source of goals from the bench, as did this man Sekou Koita. He always seemed to have a great goal to game ratio. 3 seasons with us. He got serious injuries in all 3 seasons, but prior to the injuries, he had great goal to game ratios. 10 goals and 5 assists in 19 games. That's a fantastic direct contribution to goal ratio, averaging about a 75% return of a direct contribution to a goal in every single game. But of course, the elite striker of the team, who requested a transfer after like 2 months stupidly, but we said no, we're not selling yet, we're sticking to our guns, we're pretending it's not happened. Evan Ferguson kept him, proved to be the difference maker, up 3 to 90 overall, 25 goals in 31 games and 14 assists as well, and the hero of the Champions League with the goals in the final. 3 goals in the Carabao Cup on our way to winning it, 9 in the Champions League on our way to winning that, and 25 goals and 14 assists, winner of the assist title and the Golden Boot in 31. How this guy didn't make the team of the season, I do not know, but I've seen since I began FC24 so many comments, so many transfer suggestions, none more so than for this man right here. Evan Ferguson, I've seen in the comments, has been recommended by you guys more than any other. I know I've got a lot of Irish fans, so it makes sense, and I can see why. 2 years, amazing goal to game ratio, 90 overall. What an absolute baller. And there's the young player of the year. But that'll do it for today's episode, the season finale, and in the end, it wasn't planned, but the series finale as well. I just want to say, guys, a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. You know, when I do my first main career at the start of the year, I always find it hard to follow on from that. But this one has been maybe not quite just as good, but certainly up there in terms of quality. I'm an absolute blast with this save, from playing to producing to making to uploading. It's been absolutely brilliant. I can't say thank you enough for the support, man. It really has been incredible. And from start to finish, from Season 1 all the way to Season 7, the support's been top drawer. I really, really appreciate it, guys. And thank you so much for watching this RTG career mode, which has been just like the Luton one. An absolutely amazing save, which has been so fun to play and produce. So thank you for watching, guys. Much love to you all. I will begin a brand new save starting tomorrow. Wasn't planning it. In the end, it's happening one season shorter than I thought it would, but I'm sure it's going to be just as good on the back of another great career mode for FC 24. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the finale and the save as a whole. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for a brand new career mode starting tomorrow afternoon. Much love, and I'll see you for the new one very soon.